So every year at high school we had sports day. I think every high school does it, and I think every kid in high school hates it. But anyway, they say if you participate you get house points, and so your house leader is always like, participate, and so you kind of just have to do it. So I thought I'll just get everything out of the way by doing the 100 metres because it's short, and once it's done, it's done. So I was there on the starting line, and I thought, yeah, I've got this, I'm going to run as fast as I can and get this over with. So we go, I set off, I'm running. I'm feeling good about myself because there's one person behind me and I think that's okay, as long as I'm not last, I'm fine. So I'm there and I'm crossing the finish line, and then suddenly, bam! My kneecap goes sideways. Don't know what the hell it was thinking, but I fall to the ground and I'm like, oh, God, my knee!
I remember back in high school, we had school sports day, it was at the start of the year, and everyone had to sign up for something, which is not good when you're not sporty like I am. So anyway, I signed up for the shortest distance I could possibly run, which was 100 metres. So come sports day, bunch of people all racing 100 metres lined up at the start line. Off we go. I'm terrible, I'm losing. Thinking I might maybe come in not last but second last, but then the person who was behind me manages to outstrip me, and as she's going across the finish line she falls over and completely collapses. No idea what happened, but even with an injury someone beat me.
So back in high school I was friends with this guy, and every day with him was absolute hysterics. We weren't on drugs or anything, but my God, everything was funny. So we ended up in separate English classes. I maintained that my English class was better, the smarter ones, but whatever. But we had English at the same time. But one day we all had to go to the library at the same time, his class and mine. I don't know exactly what we were meant to be doing there. Whatever it was, we weren't actually doing it. Yeah. But we saw this empty table. There was one girl sitting there reading, and we thought, okay, that's fine, we'll just let her do what she's doing, and we'll do our own thing. So we got a pen, and we pulled apart the pen, and we're like, hey man, cool, there's a spring. I don't know how so much amusement came from flinging around a small little spring, but we were laughing our heads off. I was laughing, he was laughing, the girl at the table, she was pretending she wasn't laughing, but she was totally into it.
I remember one time our English classes had permission to go to the library. We were all in there. I think we were meant to be reading or something. I don't know. I didn't really have very many friends at this stage, so I grabbed a book and headed for an empty table. Sat down and started reading. Two people came and joined me at my table, and I didn't have a clue who either of them were. One had crazy spiked up hair with a blonde streak running through it, and the other one was just this random girl that I'd never seen before. And then they started playing with a pen and pulling it apart until they found the spring and started tossing it around and just messing with it. It was odd.
So in science class we had a seating arrangement, and it was pretty average because they had two sides of the classroom, right? And alphabetically in order, they went back one way and then back on the other side. Now, being in the middle of the alphabet, I sat at the back. So it was fine. The teacher didn't really pay attention to you, and, you could do what you wanted, talk to your friends. And then one day this girl arrived late and she meekly came up to me and said, hey, can I sit with you? And I was like, sure, why not?
In year 11 we had science class, and I was late because I'd just finished a music lesson, and so I wandered in and my seat was taken. And I didn't know where to sit because I didn't know anyone in the class. So I randomly ended up sitting next to two people that I didn't know, but it was the only seat available, so yeah.
And that's how we met, a whole 9 years ago.
Worst 9 years of my life.
Ow! So Laura, what's your favourite thing about having met me?
Nothing?
Now you ask me.
So April, what's the best thing about knowing me for 9 years?
Always having someone to make fun of.
And she does.
All the time. Hashtag besties.
Hashtag besties.
Hashtag frenemies.
Hashtag worst enemies.
Hashtag, well, maybe you shouldn't try to make me film videos with you.
Hashtag stop being a jerk.
Hashtag get out of my house, slut.
Hashtag words hurt.
Hashtag, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit emotional. I don't know how I feel. So this is Laura. Despite how we act, we're actually pretty good friends. Best of friends.
Aww.
Now, if you click her face, you'll either go to her channel and see a video of us, again, probably just as crazy, or it'll pause the video. Depends how good I am with technology. Bye! Bye!
So what you really want to know about April is how much of a bitch she is.
Oh my god, you slut!